Hi everyone, my name is Beatrice. I'm 17 years old. Recently, I did something very shameful, and I will tell you more about it. Since childhood, I've been a hard-nosed girl. I could always stand up for myself. Some were even afraid to approach me. No one dared to insult or humiliate me in any way. Everyone knew what would happen if they messed with me. As a teenager, I was even more active. I participated in various sports competitions and did a lot of other things. My academic performance was okay. People around me didn't like my energy, and my relationships with classmates became even more tense. At some point, I got tired of it all. I realized that I had no friends, and that many were afraid of me, so I wanted to change my entire life. I needed at least one friend, but I did not understand what exactly I had to change about myself. I thought there was something wrong with people around me. I might look unfriendly, but this does not mean I want everyone to avoid me. Any attempts to make friends with classmates were futile. I was stressed out. I no longer wanted to go to school. I didn't want to do anything at all. Was I that scary? What should I do to make friends? I asked that question to a girl I was closest with. She said I was often rude, to the point people didn't even feel like expressing their opinions, as I could respond offensively. I accepted what she said and couldn't stop thinking about it. Even if I suddenly became different, it would still take a lot of time for people to approach me. I had to do something for everyone to quickly see how much I changed. The next day, I talked with classmates asking what I should do to join the team. They said I had to pull a prank on the history teacher. Just for you to understand, our history teacher was the most malicious and strict teacher at school. What I had to do is to put some pins on her chair. Of course, it was insanely scared, but I had to do it to earn respect. Unfortunately, the history teacher caught me. At the next break, I had to see the vice principal. She talked about my sudden prank and said that if I continued behaving this way, they would kick me out of the school despite my merits in sports. And I had to take her words seriously if I didn't want to have problems. Briefly speaking, that conversation was tough. This situation made me so angry. When I was leaving the office, I could barely restrain my emotions. How dared she tell this to me? What I did may be awful, but the history teacher deserved it. Why should I study history after all? I don't even like it. She should have just left this situation as is. I'm not going to forget it. At least, I won my classmates' respect. But it wasn't enough for me. That conversation was always on my mind. I was humiliated. I wanted to take revenge. When I still was emotional, I got an idea. I had to put some laxative into her food and make her go through the torment of spending hours in the toilet. It would serve her right. I do not have to do what she says. I want to be like everyone else and be a part of the team. My plan was to give her some cookies with laxative inside. I put a laxative into homemade cookies and brought them to school. I apologized for what I had done the day before. She said that this should never happen again and that she forgave me. She also said it was important for me to understand that teachers did everything for our good. I felt awful. She forgave me and said she didn't want evil. But I already gave her the cookies. What should I do? She had an office of her own, and she was supposed to eat the cookie by herself. I couldn't imagine she would share with others. It changed everything. When I saw her giving the cookies to everyone, I was shaking. I didn't want everyone to suffer. It would cause a huge scandal. Yes, and we've already reconciled with the vice principal. I ran back and screamed they shouldn't eat the cookies. Unfortunately, it was too late. Several teachers already tasted them. I had to confess. I understood and accepted my guilt and was ready to suffer a punishment. I won't do it ever again. Sometimes, it's useful to think before making decisions, instead of being guided by emotions. It won't lead to any good. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Write in comments how you would react to criticism from Vice Principal.